Hello and welcome to Adikin's channel. It's my first video, and in this video I'm going to be going into surgery. So if you don't know me, I'm type 1 diabetic, I'm a footballer, and in July last year I had ACL reconstruction on my left knee. Tomorrow we're going into surgery for something completely different, an ankle problem on my right foot. So yeah, very different. Still not fully recovered from my knee, so it's going to be interesting the next few weeks. So I thought I'd document it and you can follow along. It's a very unique situation. But yeah, it's pretty scary. So tomorrow I go into surgery. I'm doing an ankle arthroscopy. What that means is they basically shove a camera in your foot, look to see what's wrong, and fix up whatever is. So it's a bit scary. I have no idea what the outcome's going to be until I wake up. Whether recovery will be 2 or 12 months, I actually have no way of knowing until they go in and they do it. So it's a bit scary. Some of you might be asking, how have you possibly injured your ankle with an ACL injury? And the answer is I didn't. My ankle injury has been ongoing for about 5 years. It's sort of a long-acting one, and I've been just good enough to play on, but sort of not really good enough for anything else. So we're finally getting it sorted. It's best to do it with the overlap of time with the ACL, so I can finally get it sorted and minimize my time off the field as well. Now it's about 9 o'clock the day before, and I got a call from the nurse this morning basically telling me, you're coming in at 12, your surgery is at 1:30, and your surgeon and your anaesthetist will talk to you before you come in. Which is important because obviously as a type 1 diabetic, it comes with its own challenges with surgery. Obviously I normally manage my blood sugars myself, but I'm going to be dead to the world asleep. Hello, I've just woken up. It's the morning of, and yeah, I'm quite nervous. I slept in a bit. It's about 10 o'clock, and my blood sugars are sitting about 10, so it's a little bit high. Which is quite common when you're nervous. Your blood sugars will go a bit crazy, so yeah, just getting ready for surgery, and I can't eat anything until surgery time now, so eek. I'm heading off to surgery now, so I'll try to keep you guys in the loop. See you soon. We just got to the hospital. I'm going to go in and get sorted, and then I'll check in. Here we are, pretty much in, ready for surgery. Kind of crazy, but anyway, we got in. We basically just waited in the waiting room, and then we signed all the paperwork off, and I'm in for surgery in an hour, so I guess that's it. I'll check up with you guys after I'm done. The surgeon just came in, had a chat, marked up my foot, my ankle, and I'm feeling good and lit, and I'm ready to go. This is tough. Just finished up at the hospital, and the surgery went well, I think, so I'm feeling really tired, but I'm gonna go home and get some rest, so I'll probably catch up with you guys tomorrow. I thought I'd check in with you guys one more time today. I'm pretty out of it. I've been asleep for a little bit, and I feel good, but basically the surgery went really positively, and I'll give you a proper update tomorrow, but I'm really happy with how it went, and I'm getting Indian for dinner, so looking forward to that as well. Hello, it's currently the day after my surgery, and I honestly couldn't be happier. The surgery went well. I talked about previously how it could have been between 2 and 12 months. Basically everything was perfect. So the way the ankle arthroscopy works, they go in, they have a look. Basically, my surgeon was looking for if any of the cartilage was sort of damaged. It wasn't. Cool. So what they did is they got a drill and they drilled into my little cyst in my bone. And the positive outcome of that is that I should only be out for 6 weeks with it, which is incredible, really. I'm so stoked. So couldn't have gone much better. As far as how the day went, it was really, really good. I'm so grateful for all the nurses and staff at the hospital. So they were incredible. I basically went in, signed off all my papers, had a chat with the nurse. They told me what was going to happen. My surgeon came in and I talked about that. And right before I went in, the AA actually called me telling me I had to renew my membership. My payment had bounced, so that was funny. I told them I'm actually just about to go into surgery, so they let me go. But I'll try to sort that if the AA is watching. Basically, they took me into this theatre room with 5 or 6 nurses, which is a little bit unnerving, and they were playing around with for a while, like with heaps of like monitors, and they put something on my head, and they gave me this drug that like made me feel like I was floating for like 20 seconds until they put me to sleep with the anaesthetic. And then I woke up and the pain was pretty manageable. They gave me some more drugs, and then I was out into the day stay room. My lovely girlfriend was waiting for me, and I waited there for about an hour. Then I was off home, and I can walk without crutches. I'm weight bearing, so I don't think it could have gone much better. I'm really, really stoked. I'll give you guys a run through how I managed my diabetes for the day and how it looked the days after. But that's basically the whole story from the hospital, so really happy. I thought it might be helpful to show you guys what my ankle's looking like. Obviously there's no cast, no moonbird or anything, which is pretty cool. The pink stuff around my foot and my leg is iodine. It's not like swelling or anything. They basically drilled in here, just like a tiny little drill, put a camera in to see what was up, and then when they saw that the cartilage was okay, they drilled into the bone there. And yeah, it's not too sore. I am on painkillers at the moment, some quite strong ones, but I feel fine. And yeah, honestly, just overall really happy about how it went. One thing about having this bandage on is that I have to put these shower bags on to shower, so I can wash the rest of my body. So I'll give you a glimpse of that if it's of any interest to you at all. Anyway, here's the shower bag thing, if you care, but stylish. It's the I guess my second day recovering from surgery, and everything's going sort of the same. It's all pretty good, really, but I want to take a moment to talk about my diabetes. Obviously, being type 1 diabetic is like a huge thing to go into surgery. You're sort of giving up control of your blood sugars, which you work so hard to sort of control. And I want to talk about like what my sugars look like the day before and the day after. So I'll put a graph up. And basically the night before and sort of the morning of, my sugars were a little bit higher than normal. So normally you're aiming between the sort of 4 to 8 millimole range. But mine was sort of sitting at 10 from memory. So which is a little bit concerning, but nothing too major. Right before I went to surgery, I remember it was about 7.8. So that was okay. And then after surgery, my sugars were just like, I didn't actually know that the anaesthetic basically messes your sugars around. So I was on this massive roller coaster of highs and lows for the next day and a half. Sort of calmed down a bit now, but for the day after, yesterday, it was high. And straight after surgery, it was high. I remember I had an Indian after surgery, and it skyrocketed to about 22 millimoles, which, I don't feel great when I'm like that either. And obviously on the painkillers and stuff, it wasn't great either. one thing I did forget to mention is that as I walked in, I talked to the nurse, and she was, asking me. They asked you to verify your identity a bunch of times. So they asked you your birthday, your address, all that kind of thing. And of course, mine's the 5th of the 7th, 2005. 5th of July. And then the nurse went, "Oh, mine's the 6/7," and I was like, "Oh, 6/7." Anyway, basically that's it. The last few days I've just been, trying to look after my ankle and my blood sugars as best as I can. It's sort of a waiting game for now. It's about 6 weeks of recovery before I start sort of doing anything. I can do bits and pieces on my knee, on my left leg, so I'll be going to the gym and trying to sort that out a bit. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So thanks for joining me. I've really enjoyed making the video, and more to come, for sure.